Africa's diverse landscape is celebrated for being ideal for the uptake of renewables. However, finding sustainable ways to meet the growing energy demand calls for sound planning to ensure nations adopt and enjoy the right energy mix.
As we transition, it depends on which country or region you are in. So in Southern Africa, it's more transitioning from coal, whereas in North Africa, it's more transitioning with gas. And in other countries like Kenya, where we are, you're already blessed with renewable energy being about 80% or so of your installed capacity and over 90% of your energy produced. And we need to be able to build the interconnectors, to be able to trade with neighbors within the power pools in a mutually beneficial way.
The campaign to integrate renewable sources of energy into the national grid is yielding gradual results for South Africa, leading the government to strengthen its links with the private sector.
One of the constraints that we do have, though, and we touched on that, is the grid capacity. So there's a number of interventions that we are putting in place as Eskom. We've removed any licensing thresholds, so all the private sector needs to do is to have registered their projects and they can implement those projects.
Financing and infrastructural limitations stand as another challenge in ensuring long-term project sustainability.
We are trying to raise funds to fund, I would say, large-scale projects which have decisive impacts either on local communities but also as a rule on energy transition. So we are specialists in renewables, but also in green mobility and also sustainability business in energy.
Government's top priority now is looking for the most sustainable equation in the cost-risk-reward matrix with minimal resource footprint.
It's important to engage the communities and not just the people who are directly involved in the project, because we've seen that, for example, if you're looking at a wind project, the mosaic is such that you may need significant land. So you may lease some of that land, but you don't want to only involve the landowners, because at the end of the day, it operates within an ecosystem.
Now, the conference delegates move on to the fourth and final day of discussions that will affect how the leaders manage the continent's pressing priorities while choosing sustainable net zero energy options. Beryl Oro, CGTN, Nairobi.